David and Zane, the love police, won't you come and rescue me on the Thursday podcast?
Welcome to the Thursday podcast with David and Zane.
Hi, I'm David.
I'm Zane. And this, I think, is podcast 11.
Wow! Is it?
Yeah, I think so. We did 10 last week, so I think 11 would naturally follow.
Why don't we tell them where we are, Zane?
We are broadcasting live from CJam.
CJam!
The Thursday podcast.
Jam! Hey, Zane, what's CJam?
It's I'm pretty sure it's the student-run radio station at the University of Windsor. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep. We have our friend
Special guest?
Special guest, and I'm gonna say producer of this Thursday podcast, Ankur Kumar.
Woo!
Woo!
How's it going, good people?
Can you talk with us at random points if you have anything to say?
Here, let me get a chair ready. You guys
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
going.
sure.
So,
Also, this means Zane and I's number one dream has come true. We have our own mics rather than sharing one.
Well, we're gonna be sharing since we have 3 people now.
Oh, so okay. Well, never mind. Our dream got taken away, but it's even better now.
Yeah, we should actually just not have separate mics. Just have 2 mics for all 3 of us.
Yeah, down,
Like,
man. Down. Sharing is caring. Sharing is caring.
There we go. Perfect.
All right, I'm just moving closer.
Also,
Perfect.
his voice is nice because it's on a different register. Because Zane and I's voice sometimes sound like the same,
Yeah, they can
whereas
be-
your voice is very deep.
It can be
thank you.
interchangeable sometimes. So,
I guess I don't know what to say. Years of credit go to the radio station? Perhaps, yeah.
do you know what we're talking about today, David?
I know what we're talking about today.
We are talking about. Well, I pitched you the idea last night that we should.
Oh yeah. Okay.
We should talk about stories of our friends when they're hilariously drunk.
Yeah. Guess who the first person Zane's gonna talk about
It's actually
is?
not you.
Oh, thank God.
But what was it on Saturday? Was it Saturday or Friday night that we went to Buddy's?
Saturday.
Okay, Saturday night we went to Buddy's, and the first are we dropping names for this story?
Why
Make
not?
up fake
when
names.
do we ever not
Okay.
drop names?
Okay, I'll make up the fake names. Our good friend, let's call her Tamlynn.
That very subtle. Well done.
Shout out to Tamlynn.
Yeah, sorry, Tamlynn in air quotes.
Let's call her Tamlynn. Oh, are we actually talking about Tamlynn?
We're actually talking about Tamlynn.
Oh, got it. Tamlynn.
Well, she comes up to me as soon as I get there, like visibly drunk, and walks up to me and says, "Zane," and she gets me really close and says, "Are you and Danielle a thing?" Shout out to Danielle, by the way. And I was like,
Can from here on out her nickname be Danielle the Thing?
"What?"
I second that.
Yeah, right? Her
Yeah, I
nickname,
second that.
Danielle
Well,
the
high five to
Thing,
seal the
right?
deal,
Yeah.
Yeah, she said, "Are you and Danielle a thing?" And I was like, no." And she gives me this really like disappointed and betrayed look, because I said no.
Are we talking to Danielle from her class?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
And then
Let's call her Tamlynn.
And then she comes up to me. Tamlynn comes up to me later in the night.
Zane, you realize nobody can see your air quotes.
It's okay.
I want to
What
put that
are
out
you
of the guys. This
doing?
is audio, but I appreciate the effort, big guy.
I'm trying to say the air quotes with my voice.
Okay.
But Tamlynn comes up to me later in the night. So it says, "Zane, why aren't you and Danielle a thing?" And how do you answer that? Like,
Well, why aren't you guys a thing?
Yeah,
What did
that's a
you tell
good
her?
question. That's the hard-hitting facts. The question, we're no longer talking about Tamlynn's story. We're talking about this right here and now.
And how did you and Danielle come up in the same conversation of ever being a thing?
I don't know. That's the confusing part. It was just completely out of left field. So it was just like, because we're not. I don't know.
I think the key comes down to Tamlynn doesn't know Danielle at all, I think, probably. So it's like, Zane, I know you. There's that girl you see around. Plus she was drunk and probably wants nice, happy things to happen.
Probably.
Do you want nice, happy things to happen?
Yeah, Zane.
Sorry, Tamlynn.
I'm getting real confused with names right now.
Sorry, Tamlynn.
It's hilarious because my friend's being hilariously drunk story. It also is a friend of mine who was a girl. Heck, let's call her Tamlynn.
Two Tamlyns in one city. Who would have thought?
Right? Who would have thought? So it was at the first party I ever came to at university, the BFA initiation party, and there was this girl in my class, Tamlynn. The first time I ever met her, she was stumbling up the stairs, because we were all in togas that night, stumbling up the stairs really drunk in a toga with alcohol in her hand, and just turned to me and said, "What's your name?" And I said, I'm David, what's up? She's like, "I'm Tamlynn." But she said her name, because it totally wasn't Tamlynn. And she said, "I'm Tamlynn. And I'm not sure if I should still be with my boyfriend." And I was like, and she was just really drunk, and she just was so clearly in some sort of turmoil. But I didn't know her at this point, and she was looking for, like, friendship advice, and I didn't know how much to give to her.
So what did you tell her?
I said, "Well, do you love him?" And I don't remember what she said. And then eventually I just, like, snuck away. Like, she was talking, and I just, like, kept getting farther and farther from her. And, yeah. Now Tamlynn is one of my great friends. But I mean, like...
First impressions.
Yeah, right.
Someone, a good friend that we would never say her name on the podcast. Actual name. Right?
What, Tamlynn?
Tamlynn. With air quotes.
Zane, I don't think you get it.
You're not saying it right with air quotes.
Oh yeah, Tamlynn. Because when you say it like Tamlynn, they don't get who you're talking about.
Exactly. It's the anonymity of the internet.
Genius.
Good job on the anonymity part.
Genius. Hey Zane, I got a question.
I got an answer. Maybe.
Do you like animals?
Some of them.
Do you like small animals?
Some of them.
Do you like rodents?
No.
Do you like furry, small rodents with tails?
No. Where are you going with this?
Do you like mice?
I think I know where you're going with this.
Because our apartment has them. Have you seen them too?
Okay, I wasn't going to bring this up on the podcast, but when I was preparing dinner tonight, no, don't give me that look.
Wait, what look?
The literally worried look that as if like your dinner had been spoiled.
No.
But I'm pretty sure I came across some droppings in like one of the like drawers.
Rat droppings or your droppings?
Not mine.
They're not rats.
Yeah.
Because I saw one last night, but didn't want to freak you out.
Is that why you?
We're
we're opening up like a whole new world of. I don't really want to talk about this on the podcast, but we're going to.
Yay! Best kind of conversation.
So you have a rat problem, possibly.
Mouse
problem.
It was
okay.
too small to be a rat. And I only saw one, and I only just saw it like run just straight from like the hallway near the bathroom to like the family room kind of place, and I don't know where it went, but.
Okay.
And it's winter, and we haven't seen them till now, so it's probably gonna be sticking around for a while unless we like do something about it. We should tell what's his
our
name.
landlord.
Tamlynn. Yeah.
Yeah, because like about a month ago, I remember I got home like from a party or something, and I was in my room, and I heard something like skittering like around the baseboards in my room. Thought it was a centipede because like we've seen centipedes too.
Skittering. Oh no.
And something ran across my foot.
Oh.
And I kicked it away.
Oh.
I didn't see it, so I didn't think it was a mouse. I just thought it was like a centipede that was just running real fast because centipedes do that.
Ew.
So I did tell the landlord actually, and he gave me these like small traps for like bugs and stuff. But maybe we need to upgrade to something bigger.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like mice glue, like that glue trays, you know.
Yeah, and then we trap. Can we trap it and keep it as a pet and name it? Can we name it right here and now on the podcast?
Dr. Butthole.
I was gonna say Tamlynn. Dr. Tamlynn Butthole, PhD. Yeah.
Okay.
Dr. Tamlynn Butthole.
My first pet mouse. Zane and David story.
You can be on the podcast.
Yeah. Or we could kill it and stuff it, and it could be like a stuffed animal.
Or we can make it into a rug.
A really small, ironic rug.
doormat. Yeah.
We'll make it into a rug for mice.
Exactly, so they can see what we're capable of.
Yeah. Yeah, genius.
But besides the mice thing, how is everything at the apartment?
Really good.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's really good actually.
Yeah.
Other than this morning, when do you ever have that thing where like you know something's illogical and it's not happening to you, but you're so stressed out, anxious, and scared that you convince yourself it's happening to you?
Yes. Okay.
So I woke up this morning, walked around my apartment, same as every day, and then I sat down. And then when I got back up, I had these like really sharp splitting pains to my stomach, and I didn't know what was going on. It like, you know, just like sometimes when your like digestive system isn't working well, like, and you just get sharp pains, you just have to go to the bathroom. I tried that and it didn't work, and it was like a lot more severe than normal, and it lasted a lot longer. So I had class and I tried to stand up, but I couldn't even stand up because it hurt so much. So I was just lying like in a spoon on the bathroom floor, and then I was like, Zane, have you ever had your appendix burst? And then he came in with a really, really worried look, being like, yes, I have. And this is what it felt like. And then I was like, that's not what it felt like at all. But my mind told my body that's what it felt like. So I was like, oh no, my appendix burst. And then I looked down, and I had this huge red spot right here.
Oh, man.
But do you ever, like, just lie on your stomach and then the imprint of your hand goes in your stomach?
Yes.
That's what it was. But I looked down and I thought I was internally bleeding, and I thought there was like a blood stain this big on the inside of my skin. Turns out it wasn't that at all, but it was scary as balls, man.
Yeah, and my perspective on the story was, I got up like earlier than normal and started to make my breakfast, and you were sleeping in the main room.
Do you want to know why? Because I saw the mouse last night when I was intoxicated, and I didn't want to sleep in my room because my clothes are everywhere and it could be hiding anywhere.
So, like, I carried on with my day. I left to get my haircut, came back, and the bathroom door was closed, and I wasn't sure if you were in there because I didn't hear anything. So I was just sitting in my room, watching something, and then you called me. I walked out and saw you just lying on the bathroom floor. And I'm like, oh, what the hell is happening? And then
Don't pretend like you've never seen me lying on the bathroom floor before.
Kate, not like that.
No.
But I need to go to school in a little while. So I was like, do you need to go to the hospital or something? Because I wanted to, if there was something wrong, I wanted to get that out of the way.
You don't want him interrupting your class with like, hey, my appendix burst. Like, attention much? Come on now.
I know.
So
I'm a needy friend.
So you're like, no, I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't need to go to the hospital. I'm like, okay, because I need to go to class soon, and I don't want you dying while I'm gone. And so we got to school, and then
I'm sorry, no, just the way you said it.
And then I saw Tamlynn.
Yeah,
sent Tamlynn over to make sure you didn't die.
Saying they can't see your air quotes.
I didn't make them that time.
But hopefully they understand when he says Tamlynn, right? Like that.
Yeah, I don't mean Tamlynn. I mean Tamlynn.
See, when he says it like that, people, the air quotes are implied. So
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys clarified that at the beginning. Maybe you did, but
I would hope people normally pick up on that.
Yeah, let's give the audience some credit, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Especially since they all know Tam.
All two of them.
all two of them. No, there's three of them, but one of them is Tamlynn.
but David didn't die while you were gone, so that's good.
So that's the
Yeah.
bonus.
That's the bonus.
What what happened? Because like you're fine now.
Yeah, I'm totally fine.
It's kind of like I imagine it kind of like a player in Call of Duty where he takes 10 bullets, his screen goes all red, and he's down. But
then he just comes back up.
yeah, exactly. Give him a few seconds, and he's good as new. Like that's kind of what I feel is happening. To you.
What happened was I went to the bathroom. It didn't help. My stomach still killed. So I lied on the bathroom floor on my stomach and just fell asleep.
Did you fall asleep or did you pass out from the pain? Because before I left, I was like, okay, let me know if you need anything. But you were moaning in pain.
I was actually that's what was so fucked up about it, because it was just like, I assume it was just like a digestive thing that was sending sharp pains to my stomach, because that happens, but it was so extreme, like it hurt like a lot, and I was probably moaning because I was trying to stand up and try to go to class, and then I just didn't. But yeah, and then Tamlynn just like knocks on the door and comes in and was like, hello.
And the mouse got her.
Yeah, the mouse got her. No, but it was even more horrific than that. She like came in and she's like, David, are you okay? Are you? Because she was like really worried. And then I'm like, yeah.
I may be able to answer the why.
Okay. But I'm like, yeah. Oh, I'm totally fine now. And I explained what happened. She's like, oh, good. I'm like, why? She's like, well, because Duncan wasn't in class either today. And I thought something awful had happened to your family, and he was, like, consoling you. And I was like, oh, no, not even a little bit.
No, but when I saw Tamlynn, I was like, hey, do you have, like, a minute? And she's like, yeah. I'm like, I hate to ask you a favor of you, but could you go to my apartment and check on David? Because he's either dying or dead. So that might have been why she was worrying.
Yeah.
What was her initial reaction when those are the only two options you give her?
Well, like, you can imagine.
Actually, now that you say you told her I was dying or dead, her reaction wasn't that extreme. She was worried in terms of, like, if Zane was just like, David's not feeling well, then she looked worried. But if you told her I was dying, she looked pretty nonchalant about it. Well, fuck you, Tamlynn. Jesus.
Well, going back to our initial conversation about our friends being drunk.
Oh yeah, you never answered why everybody thinks like you and Danielle should be a thing, or maybe it's just Tamlynn.
I actually don't know why. I actually don't know why she thought.
Well,
that.
Did you guys like go out anywhere or something, and maybe like was it maybe good times?
I invited her and like we invited her and like 6 other people to our dinner party a couple of weekends ago.
I didn't get an invite.
You didn't?
Oh,
That's because I'm not ready to admit to the world I'm in love with you.
Oh wow! Oh man!
You've been invited on the Thursday podcast.
Yeah.
And you know what they say? It's not. You know when you set yourself up for a joke, when you set yourself up for a joke, and you just realize, wait, I don't have one to say. Something about being gay if it's not a 3-way. It is a 3-way, and there's 2 microphones. And
it's not gay unless balls touch.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
And if
okay.
you push back.
Okay.
Band camp was rough this summer, but you know.
The only thing that was rough.
Hey.
So you had this dinner party, you 6 other people,
And they boned in the closet.
That's
sorry.
why people think you're a thing.
No, she is a lovely person and would never do that.
Okay, so how did this whole thing come up that you guys might be a thing?
I have no idea. Tamlynn was just fabricating. Drunk Tamlynn was fabricating this for Tamlynn.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like it was.
Do you think maybe she was just trying to like satisfy part of her imagination? Like, oh, it would be nice if Danielle
I think that was
Zane,
probably it. I think that was probably it. I think that was.
How did you and Danielle become friends? Like, good friends?
I guess just we were in the same class.
You're in, you're out.
We're all really close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus, I mean, like, that 3-way we had.
Oh.
The one where Zane was asleep while it happened.
Yeah.
I think
Sure, he was asleep and not roofied at all.
I wonder what kind of impression that gave about me on the Thursday podcast.
Only the best. It's okay. We outshadow any bad impression. Yeah. Sometimes we get 15 minutes into the podcast, and then I'm like, oh no, I cussed a bunch of times and said really revealing things about all my friends. I'm an asshole.
It's okay, because it's about to happen to you.
Yay! Okay,
So
keep in mind, we are at the 20-minute mark.
All right, right after we were just talking about like what we're gonna do for the podcast today.
No.
Last night, you actually went out for drinks or whatever,
Yeah.
and you came back
That sounds so regretful.
because you know what's happening. I don't know. You might be able to explain why, but
I don't even remember.
we were just sitting at like our dinner table, and you seemed fine at the moment, but then you just lied on the floor and started singing "I Feel Good" by James Brown.
I feel good. How does that song go? Sing it. Sing it.
I don't remember.
I feel good.
Oh, that one. Okay. I didn't even know I knew that song.
Maybe like sober David doesn't, but drunk David
is a whole new battle.
he knows a full Motown discography.
And I was gonna say something right away, but I waited until you stopped to say, "Aren't you glad that we're talking about drunk friends and drunk stories on the podcast tomorrow?" And then you knew immediately what was gonna happen.
And then I knew. But I've done a lot of worse things. I'm really glad you picked that one to tell.
Well, yeah, it was the most recent one.
Yeah, most recent one indeed.
Well, it's
Well.
that time again.
It's that time. You know what isn't also a good time? 10 p.m. is a good time. And you know what's a good day? Saturday. And you know what's a good venue? The Fog Lounge. And you know what's good? Music. This Saturday, if anyone is interested, I'm playing a show at Fog Lounge with a band called Kashka. They're excellent. Also another act that I forget the name of. I'm sure they're fucking awesome. So come out.
Where's the Fog Lounge, David?
Fog Lounge is downtown on some street and another street. If you Google Fog Lounge in Windsor, I'm sure there's only one.
That's Fog with a PH.
Yeah.
Fog with a
You know,
PH.
people
Yeah.
Googling, start with the F.
It's handy to have you around.
Yeah,
Kuma.
thanks, boys.
Yeah, it's 19 plus. Come on out and hear some kick-ass music.
Where's this band from? Kashka?
Kashka? The guy I know is from Guelph. He
cool.
produced the last EP I did, but I think the band, I could be wrong, I think the band's from Toronto.
Right on.
So yeah, they just put out a new album. It's called Bound. Check it out. It's really sick, like dance pop, like not dance pop, but like synth pop kind of hooky rock stuff. It's really cool.
Alrighty. So check that out. And we have been the Thursday podcast, and it will continue to be
The Thursday Podcast.
the Thursday podcast.
Tamlynn.
Why did you guys specifically pick Thursday to do a podcast?
Um,
Like, why is it like the Thursday podcast?
That's
Well,
a good question.
I'm glad you asked. Pretty much ever since first year, we always do something different on, like, for every semester on a Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, first semester was, like, formal Thursday, dress up in ties and dress shirts and stuff.
Second semester was Kiss Somebody Different Thursday, so we had to kiss somebody different, and we couldn't reuse people.
Oh, okay.
Re-choose.
Re-choose people.
Reuse
we felt bad when we said use.
You
so
felt bad when you said use.
Okay. I have a heart. I'm sorry. And then last semester, one semester was find each other Thursdays. So we hid around different places in the
And sent each other
university and
clues.
sent each other clues.
Nice.
And then last semester, started out.
Dumb. It was dumb Thursday.
Started out as hot sauce shot Thursdays.
And I'll have you know, we did a lot of hot sauce shots. We did
finished
like
a bottle.
Yeah, we did like 5
So you guys would
Thursdays
just
worth.
bang out shots of like what, Sriracha or like Frank's Red Hot?
It was Frank's Red, yeah. And just did a shot of hot sauce. And see, when I think I came up with the idea, but I said hot shot sauce Thursday.
Hot sauce.
Sauce
You might have
shot
said that.
Thursday.
You might have said that.
Yeah. I might have had one too many hot sauce shots that night. But anyway, I meant like I had a shot at a bar that was like tequila and hot sauce or something, and it was not bad. But Zane just took it really literal and took out the alcohol.
Oh, Zane.
Not as fun. Not as fun.
Which you'd think a shot would taste better if you took out the alcohol.
No.
What?
Not if it's hot sauce.
Exactly. We found the loophole in that theory. So let's try this again.
Okay, so you had a hot sauce shot Thursdays, and then from there you guys were like the next Thursday we're gonna do a podcast.
We actually had to stop halfway through the semester because
I
health
took
reasons.
I took a hot sauce shot and then went into rehearsal and I almost dropped my scene partner and vomited on them.
Ooh.
So we stopped. Then what did we do? I don't remember.
We didn't do anything. Did we do anything to finish off the semester?
Yeah, we did Fight a Bear Thursday, remember? Where we fought a shit ton of
I got
bears.
this scar right here.
Yeah.
Man,
Yeah.
it hurt.
Yeah, it sucks that it's on your penis too, eh?
That's what Grizzlies do to you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. They'll fuck you
Gotta
up.
go unprotected.
They'll fuck you up. In more
How would
ways
condoms help in
than
that situation?
one. Yeah.
And then you guys ended up on Thursdays this semester for podcasts?
Podcast.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Right on. So, like, next semester, for next Thursday, are you guys going to keep this thing going? Because I think you're onto something
we
good.
should. I think we should.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, I think you're onto something.
Yeah,
you know?
we've been thinking that we should. We were also thinking of doing podcasts and then change, just for tradition, change the Thursday.
Yeah.
We should write
Or
a
we
a
could
rule
do,
book.
like an additional one.
Yeah, like a. Have you ever seen the Bro Code book? From
know
How I
what-
Met Your
yeah,
Mother.
Yeah.
Like they actually wrote one just to money grub. I think we should write a Thursday podcast or a Thursday handbook
Okay.
and like outline the rules of like picking each Thursday.
Things to do
Yeah.
on the Thursdays, yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well,
Let's try this again.
I'm Kumar.
I'm David, and I've always wanted to be.
Yes.
And I'm Tamlynn.
And we are the Tamlynn Dr. Buttmouse. I don't remember what the
Butthole was it?
Butthole.
Dr.
Dr.
Butt-
Tamlynn
Dr. Tamlynn Butthole
PhD.
PhD Thursday podcast.
One smart mouse.
Love you.
Goodbye. Thank you, CJam.